Okay, I think I fixed the problem now. Everyone able to hear me fine? Testing, testing, testing. Make sure everything's going fine. Alright. So basically what happened is I changed some settings in OBS and Twitch was picking up game audio, but it wasn't picking up microphone audio. So therefore, only in the recording was there both game and microphone. So I think I sorted it out now. It should be fixed. I'm going to check real fast too. Let's see. Yeah, okay. It's fixed. Alright, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, so welcome everyone. I do apologize if people were responding in chat and they expected me to say something. I do apologize for that. I was talking, I was responding, but I had no idea my mic was fucked up like that. But, you know, it happens. Alright, I'm gonna turn my cooler off, turned it on. It's loud as shit. I'll fucking turn it off. There we go. Excuse me. There we go. Alright then. I think we are ready to get into it. This is a game called Midnight Evil. It's on Steam. It is made by the same creators who made 123 Slaughter Me Street 2. I'm surprised because I thought this was the same guys who made Boogeyman, but yeah, we'll see how close it is to that. Apparently, it's identical to Frosty Nights, which is going to be fantastic. I always love it when you have all these FNAF clones. Oh boy. Oh. Alright, get this started up. Make sure I close out of everything I don't need. It's non-important shit. Midnight Evil, here we go. More like Midnight Garbage. There we go. That. Oh man, that needs to be adjusted. Hold on one sec. Cool. Detective microphone in order to play Midnight Evil in narrate mode. What the shit is narrate mode? Oh, it's gone. Well, that's fantastic. I was gonna read that. Oh, okay. Wow. So wait, could I just say random words and it'll just like go, the words will go through? Like, good look, ah? That'd be great. I could just speak random shit. Oh man, here we go. Another FNAF bootleg. Was fast asleep. Why do you look like an ape? Tonight was different though. He woke to a strange sound coming from the attic. Is that a painting on the wall? What the fuck is that? As he climbed the stairs, he felt something. Got an erection. Looks like Christopher Robin almost, doesn't he? He had never seen this chest before, traveler. Looks like meat. Just an innocent book. Tonight, his life would change forever. Nathan Sanders presents. Is this like Adam Sandler's son? Oh no. Midnight Evil. Directed by Michael Bay. Illustrated by Tim Burton. Oh man, can't wait to poop my pants. What was that shit? Oh no.
Long before the first humans stood upright. Long before the first humans stood upright and took their place in the world, there was a beautiful land that was ruled by what many would come to call the Fae. These ancient beings were worshipped by mankind, but they were also feared. Humans were right to be afraid, for there were many different...
Am I gonna be, like, attacked while I'm reading this awesome story?
Humans were right to be afraid, for there were many different creatures that lived in the darkness, watching us, waiting. Most were harmless enough, amusing themselves by causing mischief and playing pranks on humans that crossed their paths. However, some had more sinister intentions. The Urkling, for example, have developed a liking for the taste of human children. These monsters are small, unnaturally fast, and impossible to kill.
Oh, come on. Flash Gordon's fast, and you could probably kick his ass. Okay, so it's like Gremlins mixed with bedtime stories, eh? God, I did not like bedtime stories. Oh, God. Oh, no, just read.
It was an unlucky tragedy for my people that we decided to build our village here, right in the middle of the Urklings' territory. We have lost so many of our children over this past year. There aren't enough tears in this world to weep for their loss. Thankfully, though, my grandmother taught me well in the ways of my druid ancestors. I may not...
Hello? Is anybody home?
I may not be able to kill the little beasts, but I was able to work out a spell that binds them to this book. I can only hide it and pray that it never falls into the hands of a child. If you are reading this, know that I'm truly sorry for the demons that have now been passed on to you. Opening the book will have awakened them, and I'm sure they will be ravenously hungry. Once the book is opened, you must read it out loud from beginning to end, in order to return them to their magical prison. Be watchful. They only attack if you don't see them coming.
Oh, there should have been a label on the front. Please do not read this book, ever.
Most importantly, once you finish this book, keep it hidden so that no one ever opens it again.
WIGS-FM 98.7 Game Talk.
Hello, darkness. My name is Nick Gloom. It's just me tonight. As
Also,
you guys
the Shane
know,
Dawson
we answer
of,
game
this
questions
world.
and talk tips and tricks. Well, Nate usually does. I don't really play most of those games. Anyway, let's get to the phones. First caller, you're on the air.
Hi, Nick. I'm wondering, how do I beat the final boss in Terminator Destruction?
How would I know that?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm stuck here working for crap money. I still can't afford to buy new Atari games. Would you like me to page Nate?
I hate this so much.
I don't
Here's
know.
the thing. Like I said, I'm working here. I don't usually come on the radio. So, I don't have as much of a bedside manner as Nate does. But it's totally fine. I bought a new OBasic book, which is the programming language for Atari, since I can't afford to buy my own Atari games, and I'm working on my own homebrew game.
I can't even pause it. This pisses
The
me off because I want to
pending
make
title is
fun of this
Evil
shit so
Midnight?
much.
Where I'm not sure what you're going to have to do yet, but I think it's going to be a horror game, and it's going to be at nighttime, and it's going to be evil. Basically, you would do something all night, and then you would win.
It's like
kinda
trying to
working here.
explain a game to your
I try to keep my head down
grandparents.
all night, but Janet asks me to go on the air. And I'm always getting asked to do stuff. The more stuff I get asked to do, the more I get anxious and panic. It's a vicious cycle.
Is this some kind of life lesson? I just want to play Germinator.
Here's the thing.
He did not give a fuck. He literally just was like, fuck this. I do not give a fuck. He just turned it off. Like, I'm bored of this radio channel. Never again do I want to touch it. You know what? We need some things to improve the stream. Just grab that. We'll put that right there. Oh yeah. There we go. What else we got? No. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. There we go. We have just improved the stream. There we go. Holy shit. Oh, I can pause now. Cool. The dialogue is so... I don't know anything about... It's like if DSP owned his own radio station. Listen, kid, you gotta send me some money. Send Uncle DSP some money. My parents have to buy it. Oh, well, tell your parents. Use the 4 digits on the back.
Little Maggie O'Brien was the first. The children had been playing in Hogan's Forest when they all heard a noise. Sensing no danger because there were so many of them, 12 children in all decided to investigate the source of the strange sound.
Oh. Okay.
As they all searched high and low, they soon realized that Maggie was missing. Frantically, they began searching for their friend. She was a small...
What? These are definitely gremlins. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, Tori. Saws. Oh man, those are great. Toastbusters. That is phenomenal. Oh man.
She was a small girl who loved to play hide and seek.
By the way, I think my headphones are starting to like go out. I have to turn the sound up almost to 100 to hear the game audio. There's also mentions that my mic, it goes like really low sometimes and other times it's really loud. So, yep, headphones kicking the bucket. Oh yeah. Yeah, boy. I'm happy.
She was a small girl who loved to play hide and seek. Her big brother Colin insisted that she was probably hiding somewhere, safe and giggling to herself as she watched everyone search for her.
It's like E.T. looking motherfucker.
The sun sank low in the sky and the forest grew dark. The children, frustrated and panicked, ran back to the village to alert their parents that little Maggie was nowhere to be found.
She was food, man. Tasty food for the gremlins.
That's when everyone lit torches and spread out through the woods calling her name. The little
maggot.
The little girl's mother sobbed desperately as we all inspected every corner of those woods in hopes of finding her.
Oh, hello? Okay. They in the ventilation now? What's going on?
Her brother kept searching, tears streaming down his cheeks.
I'm her big brother,
He said, rubbing his eyes.
I'm big brother, I'm gonna get eaten too.
I'm supposed to make sure nothing happens to her.
It's not your fault, Colin, I assured him. We'll find her soon, and she'll be no worse for the wear. He nodded, forced a smile, and we all continued looking. The moment I heard him scream, I knew he had found her.
Hello, goblin friend. Do you want a hug?
Or rather, what was left of her, which wasn't much. We were sure it was Maggie because she had worn her favorite hair bow that day. Her
Must have been pretty tasty. So is there any other mechanics besides just look around? Like, do I need to get out of the bed, turn the radio on, you know?
Her father plucked the pink ribbon from the body and fell to his knees, wailing into the darkness. Poor Colin tried to tell us then. He said that she had been covered in what he described as little green men.
They were fat and green?
He stammered.
With bright glowing
Those things are
eyes.
pretty hot.
They were biting off bits of skin and flesh.
No one believed the lad. We all attributed the horrible ordeal to a hungry wild animal. Of course, what else could it possibly be?
Oh, hello. He's under my bed now, you little bastard. How do we get him out? Oh no.
Scooping up what remained of little Maggie, the townsfolk set to work preparing for her funeral. We had no idea the horrors that lay ahead. I thought to myself how strange her wounds looked. I couldn't help but think back to what Colin had said about the little green men. It made me think of the stories my grandmother used to tell me. She said that our druid ancestors spoke of tiny creatures that lived long ago in the swamps and marshes surrounding our lands. The Urklings, she called them. There were 3 tribes, each being their own breed of evil. One tribe, I recall, she said were green and...
Oh, great. Oh, great.
One tribe, I recall, she said were green and fat. They would lure children away from safety and feast on their flesh. We didn't live near...
Don't see him anywhere.
We didn't live near any swamps. Surely the boy's mind was playing tricks on him. Besides...
Hello, buddy?
Besides, the Urklings weren't real. They couldn't be.
Nice. Just spins and falls off. Okay then. Oh, what a lovely day. Can't wait to read my new book.
Maggie
Chapter 2.
O'Brien's funeral was just what anyone would expect. Everyone did their...
Buddy? I heard him making noise. Where is he? Is it just a sound effect? If I get killed because of an audio cue and there's no thing? Lurk. What does Lurk do? I don't see the little bastard.
Everyone did their best to comfort the grieving parents. Colin kept to himself. Everyone assumed it was because he blamed himself.
Yum 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 yum.
After his sister had been laid to rest, I came to him to ask him how he was doing. He looked up at me, eyes red from either crying, lack of sleep, or a combination of the two, and said,
I really saw them. The little green monsters.
My
Is he just shrink down? That's so weird. Okay.
heart ached as I put my arms around the boy. I kept telling myself that seeing his little sister in pieces couldn't have been easy for him. He was just in shock. The stories of the Urklings were only told to scare children into doing what they were told. That was all. The first thing my grandmother told me about the Erklings was that there were 3 tribes. The green ones had round bellies and piercing blue eyes.
He just gets so invested in the story that he gets eaten.
She said they could be heard if you walked deep in the swamp at night.
Oh, that guy was close. How you doing so close to my bed, buddy?
They would laugh and sing as they danced around their tiny campfires, which would appear only as tiny flickering lights through the trees. They were the...
Okay. Did you just let in more of your little bastard friends? I got an achievement! Yes, green thing. Okay. Okay.
They were the least lethal of the 3 tribes, but every bit as evil.
Small, yeah, it is gremlins, pretty much.
The red ones were more temperamental and even faster than their green cousins. They didn't sing or dance around campfires, and their celebrations were a bit more gruesome. They prefer to eat children from the inside out.
How would you eat a child from the inside out? Would you climb in through his mouth? What the hell? How would you eat it from the inside out? That is disturbing. What a disturbing red bastard.
It was even thought by some that they were only red because they were stained by the blood of their victims.
No. No.
Fiery red, bristle-like hairs sprouted from the tops of their heads, and their glowing yellow eyes seemed cold and calculating.
What? I assume it's just effects to try to scare you. I think I understand the base mechanic, but I'm still trying to just see if there's any more.
The pale Erklings were in another class altogether. They had white skin and wild, untamed blue hair that flowed out in every direction.
Sounds like a Rob Zombie creation. Alright, this is like Night Blights mixed with Frosty Nights.
The most unsettling thing about them was that they had no eyes at all, yet they somehow were the most keen and efficient killers of the 3. Grandmother said that their long, wiry hair could somehow sense the presence and locations of children. There were some things that all 3 tribes had in common. Erklings preferred to eat after midnight and would only attack if the child didn't make direct eye contact with them.
Wait, what? There were some things that all 3 tribes had in common. Lurkings preferred to eat after the child didn't make direct eye contact with them. Oh, that's the green one, right? Yeah.
I reassured myself that the O'Brien girl being attacked barely after sunset meant that she had to have been the victim of a wild animal attack.
Cone! Is that cone there before? I don't remember. They're green. They're green diarrhea. That's how they were born. Just necromancer decided to conjure a chicken inside or conjure a chicken and sloth combined in a diarrhea, and it created these things.
A few of the men in the village came together to hunt down the beast that killed the girl. They came back 2 days later, carrying the carcass of a large wolf. The whole village breathed a sigh of relief, and a big celebration was held. The only one besides myself that remained anxious was Colin. Looking at his face that night, I knew that he believed.
Yeah, thank you
creatures
for
that killed
hosting the
Maggie were
stream.
Still out there, waiting. He was right.
I didn't read the end of that. Oh, okay. Oh no. Think it bugged.
WIGS-FM 98.7 Game
Why am I
Talk.
always breaking games? Oh, not this shit again. No.
Hello, darkness. Welcome to the top of the hour. Again, I'm your host, Nick Gloom, filling in for Nate tonight. That was an interesting hour, I must say. I don't know, Janet. I feel like these kids don't like me. Hey, Janet, do you like me? And she's walking away, folks.
You just couldn't get an actor.
Anyway, caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Nick. Just calling in, wanted to say that you suck.
I just had a feeling that was coming.
Lemmy?
I feel like I'm not as approachable as Nate is.
Where's Lemmy?
Oh yeah, so anyway, I
to
forgot
talk to
there's
Lemmy.
a sponsor slot I was supposed to fill last hour. This one goes out to all you greasy, pizza-faced listeners. Are you tired of popping pimples?
Ew, gross.
So it's a GTA ad.
Some zits appear over and over, and you have to keep popping them?
Gross.
Kind of like that popular video game, Mole Whacker? From the creators of Simple Pimple comes the revolutionary cream, Pimple Buster. The all-in-one, scientifically formulated pimple-destroying cream. Call 155-PIM-PLES. But hurry
Wow.
before supplies run out. That's 155-PIMPLES. You know, Janet, I think Evil Midnight could use some Mole Whacker inspiration. Something to keep the player on their toes. Or at least that last prank caller could drink some of that Pimple Buster. I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. The experiment the Russian guy did. He uses juice and an egg for a creature he made. Yeah, I know about that. That's pretty fucked, honestly. That's ugh. Very weird, and I feel that's very wrong to create life. Life of the sperm. It's probably gonna be a monster that'll eat us all.
The next day, Maggie's mother visited her daughter's grave, discovering something that was more than a little strange. The earth on the grave was disturbed, as if something had clawed its way out. I couldn't help but remember what grandmother had said about the red Urklings. They would burrow inside their victims and eat their way out. Could it be that we brought a whole tribe of them right into the village without even knowing it? The answer would come soon enough.
Stop playing with my Legos in the other room, bitch.
Jacob McLaren was found torn to shreds in his bed the following morning. Obviously, a wild animal hadn't attacked him inside his own house. Another devastated family and another funeral this soon after Maggie didn't sit well with anyone. The atmosphere became even more tense and uncomfortable. I insisted on inspecting Jacob's remains myself, just to reassure myself that there was nothing hiding inside.
Hello? It should be pretty obvious. These guys should stand out pretty easily if they were in here. Just fucking with my stuff, you assholes. This is my swamp.
Colin approached me afterwards, asking what I was looking for.
You know, this could be canon to Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life, because this looks like the same room that guy did him on.
I told him it was nothing, but he knew better.
I seen you spawning green shit. Oh man. I wonder if you can speedrun reading this game. Clearly, you could just make up words and be like, blah, 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 blah.
You believe me about the monsters, don't you?
His young face as determined as he spoke.
You're the only one that doesn't look at me like I'm crazy.
I swallowed hard, started to deny it, but the
Hello? You playing with my Legos again?
words caught in my throat, and as much as I tried, I couldn't lie.
Wow. He's got like a mohawk. That is great.
Listen, I put my hands on his shoulders. I don't think you're crazy, but we need to be sure of what we're dealing with before we spark a full-blown panic. Tell me exactly what happened.
Check around.
Colin took a deep breath, working up his nerve.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I feel like there's gonna be one swinging on that. Just turn it on, you'll just go through the window.
I called her name over and over. She didn't answer.
Is he here still? Wait, he's gone? 3 times that time? I don't see him anywhere else. I guess he's gone.
Then I heard something. It sounded like chewing. I took a few more steps and I saw her laying there, all over
Green shit.
all over her with these fat little green monsters. They had mouthfuls of pointy teeth that looked like needles and massive clawed hands. Just then a twig snapped under my foot and they all stopped what they were doing and looked right at me. That's when I
The Germinator. Oh my god.
That's when I screamed and they scattered. They were gone before any of the grown-ups got to me.
At least there's like good amounts of audio cues for that.
His eyes filled with tears at the memory.
Please, tell me what they are.
He was no more than 11 or 12, having just lost his sister and now his friend. No one had believed him when he tried to tell us before. It couldn't have been easy, but he opened up to me. I felt it only right that I tell him what I knew. We sat together by the bonfire late into the night, and I told him all the old stories.
Why did you pretend to call the police now? I called the police, Mookie.
Unfortunately, the one thing that my grandmother hadn't mentioned was how to get rid of them.
You guys can spawn at all the exact same times. Was it just twice that time? I didn't see him anywhere else. Wow. Why did you make the small one cry? Is like the last one you just don't look at it, the white one. That's gonna fuck me over so much. I'm gonna accidentally look at it and die. Dead. Damn, son, where'd you find this? How many chapters this game got? 3? I could complete this all in one sitting if it's only 3. There might be a bonus one though. Midnight Evil. Let's see how many chapters. Chapter 3. Oh, there's a 4th chapter. Come on now. There's a chapter 5. I don't know if I plan on playing that many chapters. And there, of course, I was figuring there might be 7 chapters. Maybe it changes, I don't know. Kind of annoying.
Looking into the flames, I got an idea. I knew that most unholy creatures were repelled by fire.
Well,
Colin folded his arms.
Green turd.
we would just have to test what happens to an Earthling when it's on fire.
Oh man, yeah, burn it. Oh, yeah, there they are, the 1, 2, 3 Slaughter Me Street guys. Cool. I just noticed that. Probably got some other like projects here too. Neat. Oh, I am on chapter 4. Okay, I could beat this pretty quickly then. I did not know I was already on chapter 4. Damn.
Colin wanted to tell his friends about the Earthlings, but I begged him to keep it a secret. If anyone knew...
I can't hear ya, not the game. What do you mean? You can't hear the game? Is the game too quiet? You can't hear me on the game. What? What? Hold on. Is the game louder than me? Let me look this up real fast. You heard me say die. They make Twitch such a fucking pain in the ass on mobile to do any of this shit. Kind of pisses me off. Just want to see basic shit. Oh my god. Okay. No, the audio seems fine. I have the game paused. It sounds fine. I think it might just be your end.
If any
Oh god, make sure there's no other.
If anyone knew that my grandmother had passed down her druidic teachings, it would only take one person to scream witch, and I would be as good as dead. He is
Only twice? Seriously? No way. I guess it's random number of picks. Achievement data block unlocked. Okay, I guess he's gone.
He agreed and kept my secret.
Big one's just a big old white hairy bitch.
I mixed a potion that would catch fire when touched by the tiniest flame.
Come on now.
Surely this would send it screaming to the underworld. He sat quietly in his bed and waited, knowing he mustn't look them in the eye. He must let it attack, for this would be the only way to get close to it.
E.T.
Just after the stroke of midnight, he began to hear them chuckling and shuffling around in the dark.
Bastards are so frantic.
Clutching the potion bottle, hands trembling, he lowered his gaze and braced himself.
Yeah, I think I see what you mean. The game is a bit too quiet.
Sure enough, one of them leapt from his bookshelf and sank its teeth into the flesh of his arm.
I heard the other one. No? I thought the red one was right there. Maybe I accidentally hovered over him. Look around, don't see nothing. Okay.
He screamed and unstopped the bottle, emptying the contents over the green Urkling.
Trying to read a book here, leave me alone.
It tore a tiny round chunk from his arm and gulped it down just as Colin shoved a candle right into its face. It lit up like a torch and made a horrific, high-pitched scream as it ran around the room trying to put itself out.
Okay. Yeah, it must be your end when the audio's cutting out. I wish it wasn't.
The curtains caught fire as 4 more Urklings sprung out from their hiding places. Colin ran outside, screaming and cradling his blood-soaked arm.
You think after 2 deaths they'd just start to believe him?
His parents soon joined him outside in a panic, trying to figure out what had happened. Just then, a tiny fireball came racing through the doorway and zigzagged towards the woods.
Well, bastards. You think you can come in my room? You gotta knock on the door. That's how you can come in here. I don't see any others.
I grabbed an empty glass jar from my cupboard and ran after it.
Okay.
The jar made a thunk sound as it landed over the flaming Urkling, and the fire quickly went out. To my horror, this thing wasn't dead.
Well, I mean, at least the parents could believe him now. You couldn't hear me a sec there. Oh, it must have been cutting out for you. Is the game audio fine, though? Can you hear it fine? Is it loud enough?
It didn't even look like it was dying. Though blackened from the being set ablaze, it was just as spunky as ever.
Fertilize a baby with hunk spunk.
I quickly scooped up the jar and screwed the lid on. As I
Bastards. You think you're coming here?
As I made my way back, some of the villagers were trying to put out the fire inside the house, and others were tending to Colin's arm, telling him that it must have been a rat. "I've never seen a rat quite like this," I shouted, and held the jar up high so everyone could see.
I think the village deserves to be eaten if they think a rat bit a chunk out of his arm. That is pretty weird. Pretty weird for villagers to say. No, they opened the window. They opened all these crap up. Opening all my shit. Imagine just outside there's chaos until I finish the book. This could be a perfect horror movie.
The instant they all looked in my direction, their jaws dropped open, and Colin's face lit up for the first time since he'd lost his sister.
Every time you read a page, there seems to be something active.
He knew everyone finally saw that he had been telling the truth all along, and they all felt terribly ashamed for not believing him in the first place.
Little green men.
Yes, Mo Caca.
You saw a black one? There's no black one. Where'd you see a black one at? Liar.
Unfortunately, the joy of this small victory was short-lived, for over the next...
Why?
For over the next 3 days, we tried every method we could think of to kill the little wretch, but no matter what horrific thing we did, it wouldn't die.
Nice.
WIGS
Oh, don't close the doors.
98.7 Game Talk.
Hello, darkness. I'm your host, Nick Gloom, in for Nate tonight, as we dive deep into Game Talk. Sorry about those technical issues we experienced last hour. I think Janet might have fallen asleep. For those of you that missed it, we were having an interesting discussion about game difficulty and learning curves. You know, Nate likes Dragons and Dungeons, but apparently I'm dumb for thinking it's too difficult. Apparently, kids can play it. So what do I know? Kinda like my work in progress, Evil Midnight, which, as I mentioned earlier, if you weren't around, is going to be more of a horror game. I'm not really sure, but I would imagine, in a game like that, confusing the player could be an evil tactic.
The worst description
Something like
possible, yeah.
Grooming them up to expect one thing, and
Okay,
then
don't say grooming them up.
yank the rug out, so to speak. Anyway, I'm rambling.
What's with these sex jokes?
Hello, caller, you're on
Grooming
Game
them,
Talk.
then pulling their weenie out? What the fuck? Pulling the rug out. Okay. Okay, boomer.
Must have lost him. Hello, caller, you're on Game Talk.
I can't... Your legs are active.
Very funny, guys. Caller, you're on Game Talk.
It's practically gremlins if they invaded a radio station.
First, we tried drowning it.
Yeah, so every time a page is read, something's active.
We even had the priest bring us holy water when water from the well didn't work.
Okay.
We cut off its head, but as soon as we snipped its neck, the head grew a new body, and the body grew a new head. Then we had...
How the fuck does that work? It mutates? It just... It multiplies? It's like the opposite of gremlins, except they're more OP. Maybe sunlight will kill it.
Then we had 2 angry Erklings in jars.
It's Lord Fish Hands.
It was immune to every kind of poison that we knew of. It could heal... It could heal quickly from any cuts it sustained.
Oh, okay. There's a white one now. It's a long hair one. They're pretty much reskins. They all do the same thing, reskinned. No different animations. I guess it's okay. It's just increased difficulty of the same objective. What if there's 3 at once? You just go for the others first, then the green? Because green's the slowest.
We even tried squashing it flat, but it would just puff back up in a matter of a few minutes.
I don't understand what white one does.
By this point, the Erklings had infested every corner of the village.
I got you, boop.
Parents had to stand guard over their sleeping children. Between the stroke of midnight and the first light of dawn, they became absolutely ravenous.
Get in my closet again, little one. Cringe, maybe they're a pedo? I don't think they're a pedo. That would be horrible. They eat children, they don't... Oh god, it's not like the trolls in Berserk. Actually, then again, yeah, trolls in Berserk eat the children and then rape the women. Very, very weird. I could understand if they eat children, but, you know, everything else was pointless. Guess you gotta make it super dark.
It appeared that there was nothing else we could do.
Little bastards.
As much as I hated the thought of disturbing my grandmother, I knew that she was the only one that might be able to give me any insight as to how I could get rid of them.
Yeah, I expected the white one maybe don't have audio cues, but he does. He's just, I guess, a super fast green one? I don't know.
I asked Colin to meet me in secret at her grave. I brought grandmother's old spirit board with me, which had every letter of the alphabet on it.
Alright.
Colin and I placed a small glass cup upside down in the center of the board and waited.
Alright. Always checking every time a page is read, because then they pop out.
The idea was that her spirit would guide the cup to the letters. And in
Noise
doing
you make
so,
when you're hungry.
spell out a message to me.
Oh, I know. When you find the cookie jar.
Grandmother, I spoke aloud. I really need your help. Speak to us. Your med...
Fatality.
Your magic is the only thing that can save these children.
No red one.
We waited, but we were met with only silence.
Check around. Thumps don't really scare me. Could make you jump a little bit, but it's not like, haven't got me anymore ever since like the first few times, maybe like once or twice. Oh,
Please, grandmother,
Reap.
I pleaded. I don't know what to do. I would do...
Yes, cut the pages shorter so that it takes forever.
I would do anything to save these children. Anything. Just tell me what to do, please.
Why does it go red like that? Is it hard for him to keep up at this late?
I begged her to answer me, but the glass didn't move and no answer would come from the spirit board that night.
Surprising nothing came out from that one.
As we snuck back to the village, we were greeted with the news of 3 more deaths. The widow Adams had fallen asleep guarding her 3 little ones.
It just thumps.
She always worked so hard, toiling in the fields from dawn until dusk to make sure her family was fed.
Just sounds, which I'm fine with. Totally fine with sounds just going. As long as there's no one in here.
After she lost her husband to sickness, she was the only caretaker for her children.
Alright.
Now they were gone too, and she was truly alone.
Does it go red because I'm reading so fast and going out that they can't get me?
As I lay in my bed crying, I felt responsible for what was happening.
Finally, he's gone. He pissed off.
I hadn't paid much attention as a child when my grandmother tried to teach me the old ways.
Man, eye for Whitey again.
If I had been a better student, I could have spared my people so much misery and death. Eventually, I drifted off to sleep.
Okay, he's gone. Always triple check! Quadruple check!
It was only then that my grandmother finally came to me in a dream and told me what I must do if I wanted to rid the village of the Erklings once and for all.
He's literally... Was he the burnt one? I don't understand why he's white if he's burnt.
But their imprisonment would come at a terrible price.
Nice. Do I leave now? You ain't gonna get me, Night Blight bootlegs. I'm too pro.
I found myself walking through the dark forest. The damp earth under my bare feet felt cool and mossy.
Okay.
In the distance, I could hear drums. A bright light was shining through the trees. I continued cautiously, unsure of what to expect when I entered the clearing. As I came closer, I could see people dancing around the fire. A beautiful woman stood with her hands outstretched towards the sky. It took a moment before I recognized her.
Okay. And if they're just completely gone this night.
Grandmother? Is that you?
Oh, doesn't the stream feel so alive when you have the Bandicam watermark on there? Made with KindMaster. The powers of KindMaster and Bandicam is helping me win.
Hello, dear. I heard your call, but I could not come to you. I had...
Why does this sound like it's they have like a AI doing it?
I had to wait until you fell asleep to bring you here.
What is this place? I asked, looking around.
Okay, it's just a thump and him.
This is where all of our people go when their time on Earth ends.
Okay, boomer. 2 this time. Yeah, just 2 this time.
Can I stay here with you?
Okay, he's gone. You little bastard! Appearing in my room at this time.
No, my darling. I'm afraid you can't.
I could see the sorrow in her eyes as she put a sympathetic hand on my cheek.
In
The book is putting me in there. I'm becoming one with the book. It's gonna become the Necronomicon. You know how messed up that would be? Just child's face on it.
In fact, if you really mean to imprison all the Earthlings, you will never be allowed to take your place here.
My heart sank like a stone. What do you...
Green shit. Is that it?
What do you...
Little assholes.
What do you mean?
If you wish to trap them, your immortal soul will be lost forever. Do you
Twice that time? Wow, managed to get all 3. Okay.
Do you understand?
I bit my lip as I thought of Maggie, Jacob, and the 3 Addams children.
Meh.
I couldn't even imagine the horror they must have felt during their final moments.
Oh, white one, green one. One after the other, everyone.
Then I pictured Colin and the other children of the village.
Hey, checking around for red bitch.
I simply couldn't bear to let the Earthlings pick them off one by one.
Okay.
Soon we would have no children left.
Check around always.
I couldn't let that happen, no matter the cost.
I heard a dinky noise. It looks like Foxy from FNAF, but a gremlin. Just reskin design. Reskin the fox.
Tell me what I must do.
Okay, just a Lego. Stop tripping on my Legos. They're probably getting Legos stuck in their feet like,
Ah, fuck! Son of a bitch, we need to kill this bastard! And it's Legos fucking out! I'll kill him! Kill him!
My grandmother's expression grew dark as she described the ingredients to 2 potions. Then
what? Did I already make him go away, the white one? Yeah, I would want to murder this kid too if he was making you step on his Legos. That's what that noise is. Okay.
Then she explained the details of the spell I would have to perform to trap them within a cursed tome forever.
Alright.
As she spoke, I could feel my blood run cold, and a horrible chill spread through my entire body. My throat became so dry that I could hardly speak. I can't, I managed to say. No.
Got him. Look around.
No, I can't do this.
You must, my child. You must imprison them forever.
I stumbled backwards, feeling sick to my stomach.
White one again. Can we get a purple guy? Guess not, because we have slaughter me straight too
You
for that.
must. If you don't finish every step exactly as I say, the Earthlings will never stop.
I think they're taking a shit in the toilet now. That definitely sounded like a Hershey squirt.
I fell to my knees and put my hands over my face.
Please don't make me do this, Grandmama. I don't want to do this anymore.
Please, there must be another way.
Just gets guts. He'll kill him. Guarantee it. Rip ear. Okay.
I don't make the rules, my dear. I can only tell you the way things are.
I sobbed. I sobbed pitifully, and my grandmother knelt down, putting her arms around me and holding me close.
The right thing to do is rarely the easiest. Be strong.
She would.
The fuck was that noise? Creepy violin sound effect.
She
.org.
whispered as I woke.
Be strong.
Looks like the window's still up. They're still down. Doesn't it? Oh, I guess it's the net for the, whatever you call it. Window? Okay.
As soon as I opened my eyes, I began to question the dream.
Okay.
Did my grandmother's spirit really visit me, or was it just my anxious mind playing tricks on me? In my heart, I knew. I had to cast this spell. I had to save them.
I had to save them all. Atari. It's for Atari. Let's do it for Atari. Atari.
Oh, yeah.
Those are actual, like, family photos. I don't understand that one. I, like, see those look like him. I guess that's him. Drip. Maximum drip. Drip meme. I hate that fucking meme. Okay. I think this is the final chapter. Fertilize Obama.
I searched Hogan's Forest for the various
Hogan?
herbs I would need to.
Oh yeah, brother!
I smelled the sweet perfume of the forest air and listened to the songs of the birds and insects of the woods, knowing that it would be the last time I would ever get to enjoy them.
That was a long part. Surprised so many you fuckers decided to interrupt.
Once I gathered all my ingredients, I found Colin and told him that I knew how to end the Earthling's reign of darkness, but that I would need his help.
Okay.
I didn't tell him what was about to happen. I couldn't find the courage. Not.
You little bastard. You piss off finally. The piss ant finally went away. You little bastards. Thinking you can bug me, you little shits. Okay, it's all of them.
Not to mention, if he
Back
knew
to my
what I
book.
was about to do, he would do everything in his power to stop me.
Green shit.
He was a good boy. I never had the privilege of having children of my own, but if I had, I would have wanted them to be just like Colin O'Brien. Brave, honest, and kind.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be anywhere else.
Together, we walked into the deepest part of Hogan's Forest.
Hulk Hogan, brother! Oh man, I'm gonna suplex these
The
gremlins.
old stone ruins marked a sacred place where our ancestors used to honor the ancient woodland spirits.
Okay.
12 large rectangular stones stood in a massive circle. I sat my pack down and opened it up.
Cigarette pack. Nice.
Taking out this very book, I opened it to the first page and laid it in the center of the circle.
See any gremlins? Okay.
Next, I took out the 2 potions, one black and one white.
Green shit. Can't win green shit. I always get you. Green turd.
I gave Colin the small bottle that held the black liquid.
So chubby too. Like, this guy's obviously been eating children way before the other ones. He's clearly a boomer. Oh shit, Ellis, a boomer! Shoot it!
You will need to drink this. It will...
I think they're slipping on Krails now. The Legos aren't they're the least of their problems now.
It will protect you. He frowned for a moment as he inspected the murky potion, but obediently pulled the stopper out of the bottle and drank it down.
Red one's exactly like you said, he's just a foxy.
Ugh, that was awful.
God, stop slipping on
smiled.
shit.
Well, I don't plan on making you drink it again.
Okay, just green shit. Nice.
I took the white potion and drank it, trying not to think about the fact that it was sealing my fate.
Something doesn't feel right.
Colin started wobbling.
He became one of them. The grandmother was lying. She was one all along.
I'm sorry, my boy, I said sincerely. Truly I am.
Oh god, I think she did. She did betray him. That's a cool grandmother.
His eyes rolled back, and he fell into a deep, dreamless sleep.
You little shit. White. Sperm-looking guy.
When he woke, he found himself bound with rope and blindfolded.
Oh god.
The black potion, you see, had 3 functions.
Okay, he pissed off. Little piss ants. I call that one pissant, white one sperm, and green is diarrhea. That is really cool names. I will always cherish those names.
It was infused with herbs that would make him first and foremost irresistible to every Earthling within 100 miles.
Green shit. Okay.
Secondly, it contained the binding agent that would ensnare the creatures and keep them forever trapped in a pocket dimension that could only be opened using this cursed book.
Okay, check around. Make sure the sperm face isn't back. Cool.
Thirdly, it incapacitated him long enough for me to finish the remaining steps of the spell.
These guys gotta be pissed. They're gonna go back in the book in a minute.
You see, while he was unconscious, I was writing this book. As I pen these final words, I can already see my skin turning white. My hair...
Oh, did he become one of them?
My hair has mostly fallen out, and long blue hair is growing in.
Wait, is he the red one? Is that what he is? The fast? I'm confused. He's either white or red. I think white is... Because white has long hair. He has a mohawk. Okay, just checking.
At first I thought Colin was getting bigger, but I see now that I'm slowly shrinking.
Little red shit. Okay, just checking around.
My vision is fading. I can hear the others coming. I keep telling Colin not to be afraid, that it will all be over soon.
Okay.
After we eat him, we will all be trapped in the book.
After we eat him? Oh no, am I gonna be paralyzed and they're gonna eat me?
His screams will be the last thing I hear.
Finish the book.
Please forgive me, for I can never forgive myself.
Wow.
Am I food now?
Oh, JPEG grass. That's cool. You see the JPEG grass? That's awesome. And Grinky was safe. Grinkle. At least that looks nice. He ran to the attic to lock the book up for good. The chest was gone. So he ran to the yard and buried it. And then it just opens up when he throws it in. Once done, he turned and saw a page on the ground. Uh-oh. Is it his page? Whoa. Uh-oh. New story. He cautiously approached it. He spelled cautiously wrong. The page was empty. And then he turned it around. Oh, that was it. Page was just empty. They all die with the book? Or are they all just in it again? Wow, that was a pretty easy game. 0 deaths. Only took an hour and 12 minutes. Very nice. Huh. Hello, William. We are just getting started. Oh, of course. Of course. Yeah. Oh, that was supposed to be the loading screen. Oh, yes. We need a sequel. Oh, nice. What's this? Tribes are the most integral. Well, they're not very telepathic powers. Interesting. I think that's the only one I missed, was that last one. Mysterious stone. Oh, wow. At least until, yeah, you can tell because he's a fat bastard. Oh, I'm gonna play with my joystick. You missed some. They have the ability to shapeshift. Oh, I was gonna be like, there's a theory I was gonna say. Imagine if these little bastards like got in your nose, like just a full-on body just climbing into your nose busts off or something. Wouldn't make any sense. But literally right here it says it goes in through your nose by shrinking down. So that's how they eat him from the inside out. Huh. Most interesting one. Hello, William. Pretty much 100%ed it. Midnight Evil. E. One thing I do want to see real fast, what if I do narrate mode? make sure you have get to know me enabled. Your privacy speech type of menu. Make sure Cortana is enabled up to date. Oh wow, so that's how you have to do it. Okay, so that's how they do it. That's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. Can't do it though, unfortunately. But hey, I 100% of the game with 0 deaths. To be fair, it was pretty easy though. It was a pretty easy game. I did like it better than Frosty Nights because Frosty Nights was a broken mess. Sometimes when they climb through the window, you can get them with the flashlight and they just like shrink down, but they'll still jump scare you, which made no sense. It just like bugs out. Frosty Nights was also very stressful to play. Midnight Evil was not stressful. It was just it was too easy. There should have been like a nightmare mode. That's kind of what it's missing. What is this? I tried to do Midnight Evil. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no, it's a porn game. Get me out of here. No. Steam. Hot and steamy, I see. Midnight Evil, here we go. It only has 10 reviews on it. I definitely suggest to get this game. This game's pretty good. If you like games like this. The microphone aspect's cool. Oh, look at that. There's apparently a mole mini game. Not sure how you get that. Oh god, the voice acting was very cringe, but yeah, gameplay was very easy, pretty easy to do. Let me get these cookie Bandicam shit, and that without these watermarks, I probably would not beat it. These stupid watermarks throughout the entire thing. Okay, well, it was like I said, very easy to play. It's pretty much Boogeyman, so I see a lot of people wouldn't really find an interest in this. Boogeyman was a little bit harder than this, but it's okay. It's not bad. So, yeah, hopefully we get some more variety in the future and not just generic, you know. So anyways, that's going to conclude the stream. That was Midnight Evil, and yeah, pretty good. Alright.